We hear something. He had something.
15 minutes after 2 p.m. in Trinidad and Tobago, and you're listening to DJ Mamu Radio TT.com. It's Thursday, 9th November 2023. And at this time, we bring you Support Your Health Naturally, a weekly program aired concerning your health. The people of only Trinidad Tobago, not only rather, of Trinidad Tobago, and those listening around the world. DJMamRadioTT.com. Now serving you from Central Trinidad. Today we have on the sets Brother Stephen Yalba
No.
and Dr. Jason Batson. Not Stephen today.
No. We have Mr. Rene Bustamante.
Oh, Rene Bustamante.
Yes.
The camera is hardly picking him up. Perhaps.
Yes.
I called the wrong man name.
Yes.
Anyway, good afternoon, gentlemen. Rene Bustamante. This is the guy that did the MRI and whatever it was when I came to the office and so on. Yeah.
Correct.
He's looking very dapper today.
Yeah, he dressed up today, man.
Well dressed to suit the occasion.
Definitely.
Correct.
Definitely.
Right, so, gentlemen, welcome to the sets, and today we begin our program live on DJMamuRadioTT.com. It's all yours, Doctor.
Yes, sir. So again, a pleasant good afternoon to the listeners of DJMamuRadioTT.com. I was now enjoying that wonderful song that DJ Mamu was playing there, one of my favorites.
Yes.
And of course, I'm joined this afternoon by none other than Mr. Rene Bustamante, who is one of our senior blood microscopists and consultants that we have at Batson and Associates. And how are you doing this afternoon, sir?
I am great. I am great to be here and great to be in the presence of DJ Mamu yourself and the listeners today.
Great. Keep in mind, guys, that we are live on our social media platforms. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. And on TikTok, we are Batson and Associates. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Mr. Sean Alford, who has joined us from Los Angeles. When I say Los Angeles, Sean, I know that's where you live in, but I know you just travel. A mentor of mine, and a gentleman who has a lot of knowledge as regards to health and wellness, and some really good supplements. He's someone we're going to be doing some real great work with next year, please God, especially as it relates to women with issues associated with PMS, problems with musculoskeletal issues, issues associated with skin and that kind of thing. So pleasant good afternoon again to Mr. Sean Alford. Keep in mind as well those telephone numbers and locations. We are located on the first floor. That's the first floor of Money Talks building in Montrose, Chaguanas. That telephone number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe is the corner of Ramsey Trace and the SS Erie Main Road in Debe. That number for Debe is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That number for St. James is 220-8113. 220-8113. And Tobago, keep in mind that we are actually going to be in Tobago next week and week after. I'm going to give you those dates. Of course, we have our consultant who will be at the Tobago office. And of course, yours truly, Dr. Batson, is going to be at the Tobago office, God's willing, from the 20th to the 24th. And of course, we have Ms. Ramdan, who's going to be there from the 13th to the 17th, I believe. Okay, so ensure that you call, make your appointments. Those persons from Tobago, that number for Tobago again, 226-4553. So today we earlier on we were doing a program and we were discussing high blood pressure, Mr. Bustamante. And one of the things we were discussing with hypertension is hypertension as it relates to the blood analysis and what we usually see when we do the blood analysis. So, from your perspective, as it relates to blood and as it relates to issues associated with high blood pressure, what do you usually see when you are looking at a sample like that?
Right. So previously we had a caller who asked about the live blood and dry blood analysis.
Mm-hmm.
The live and dry blood analysis is very important because it acts as a tool, a screening process to actually look at the anomalies of your red blood cells, your white blood cells, also your plasma within your blood.
Right.
So by determining various factors
Mhm.
in your blood, we can now determine, being a blood microscopist,
Right.
where we go in afterwards in terms of what you would recommend for you to use. If you have high blood pressure, as Dr. Batson rightfully said before, the blood cells tend to stack up on one another. So that is a causation effect of
Mhm.
lack of oxygen in the blood itself, and that is poor transportation of that blood
Good.
throughout the body.
Definitely. One of the things when we looking at someone with high blood pressure, we know you have pulmonary hypertension, which is actually hypertension that affects the blood above the heart. Now, one of the problems a lot of persons with hypertension have, and this is why I decided to speak on this, is that when you are hypertensive for a certain number of years, your next problem is renal issues, kidney
Correct.
problems. And I tell persons you don't want to end up on a dialysis machine. Dialysis is not a fun thing. Is not a vacation. It actually is a very serious. I mean, for you to dialyze for the day, it takes you like about 3 hours,
3 hours.
2.5, 3 hours, and you have to dialyze 3 times for the week. That's 4 times for the month. Usually, when you finish, you're very tired. All you could do is sleep. So, it's very important that persons who have issues associated with hypertension really focus and do what is necessary to correct those particular situations. And that's one of the things we actually deal with at Batson and Associates. So, of course, you can feel free to give us a call or visit. There's a tea that we carry called Circulation Regeneration Tea. That's actually a very good product to look at, because what that product actually does is help to cleanse and tone the blood vessels.
Yes.
So you usually find persons who have issues associated with hypertension, they get very, very good results with that tea. Persons who have problems with pins and needles, cramping in your cars, burning on their feet. Very good results with that tea. So that's something to also try. We also have the high blood pressure tea. Santulan we have back in stock. Santulan is our 7-channel detox that cleans and detoxifies kidney, colon, bloodstream, liver, lymphatic system, skin, and your lungs. Nerve Restore as well. Excellent product as it relates to sleep, as it relates to anxiety,
Not to
depression.
forget, this month we promoting the prostate formula.
Yes. Thank you for that reminder. So this month we actually deal with prostate health.
Yes.
As it relates to men. So we have a product called Prostate Formula, which is actually a tonic that we have for the prostate.
Yes.
That actually helps significantly with someone who may have problem with urinating. You're not urinating as fast or as forceful as you used to. Yes. You're having problem with situations where you may have had stoppage of water, or you may be using a catheter.
Correct.
You may have a situation where you have circulatory issues, issues associated with diabetes and prostate. So, of course, you'll definitely want to give us a call or visit so that we can actually start to assist you as regards to that. Let me say good afternoon to Ms. Maureen Tull. She says, hi, Dr. Batson and associates. Ms. Jennifer Valentine. She says, good evening to Dr. Batson and his associates and all listening. Good afternoon to you, Miss Jennifer Valentine. Okay, that client is out of Texas. That's a client of ours. She's a great advocate of the Nerve Restore. She used a lot of our products. Very, very satisfied client, right? Keep in mind as well. Let's say thank you to those of you who attended the symposium. That symposium was Saturday the 28th, and that actually helped significantly with the turnout that we had. We had actually 2 sessions. We had the morning session, which was from 11 to 1, and then we had an afternoon session, which was from 3 to 5. Very well attended. A lot of persons who were there were quite satisfied. We had some giveaways and various products and services that we offer at Batson Associates. So that is something that we're going to be having a little frequently, and we'll let you know before, of course, so you can organize, because there is an advantage to the public in actually coming out to those symposiums. Apart from the information, a lot of the discounts and that you get from Batson Associates is something that you would. I'm sure everybody like discounts. I mean, you wouldn't say no to a discount, right?
Yes. No.
Nobody, never. So, take full advantage of that. Okay, so Mr. Bastamante, when we're looking at blood analysis, so as a blood microscopist at Batson Associates, senior consultant, what would you say is the most troubling issue that you usually see coming into the clinic?
The most troubling issue that we see coming into the clinic, I would definitely have to point out to the lack of oxygen and due to poor circulation in the body. So many times, clients would have various different dietary patterns, not good ones. And they would be enjoying a lot of fast foods, a lot of simple carbs. When I mean simple carbs, I'm talking about flour, rice, these sorts of pasta, these sort of foods for extended period of time. They don't exercise quite regularly, and that causes some major issues and some factors that now we have to work on when we do the live and dry blood analysis. We see that the cells, how the cells actually show themselves, is quite not healthy. We look at the phases at which they are. So generally speaking, being a blood microscopist, we would know what a regular phase looks like, and if it's a depository phase, where the phase is quite degenerative. If the cells and the environment isn't where it's supposed to be. So into now, we actually have to put you on our protocol and help you with that situation going forward.
Definitely. Miss Jennifer Valentine's asked the question, Dr. Batson, could someone who just have a baby take Santulan, also someone just off antibiotics? And the person who had the baby, yes, they can have Santulan even though they're breastfeeding. Just ensure that their water intake is good. Melissa Richards says, good evening, Dr. Batson, everyone. Good afternoon to you, Miss Melissa Richards. And as regards to the person just off the antibiotics, yes, what I would suggest they do is that they get a probiotic and use the probiotic for like about 2 weeks and then use the Santulan. All right. Miss Marcia Letrin says, good evening, Dr. Batson, Dr. Bastamante, my favorite people. You all are doing a great job. The Lord will bless you all. Thank you so very much. Miss Carol asked the question, good morning, Dr. Batson and team. Thank you for all your information. You're very welcome, my dear. DJ Mamu, of course, you can remind your listeners of the telephone number of the WhatsApp. Let them remind them that the show is an interactive show and we want to hear from them.
Thank you, Dr. Jason Batson and Mr. Bustamante. Yeah, that name reminds me of a former Prime Minister of Jamaica.
Yes, you are correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Are you related anywhere along bloodlines or anything?
I'm not too sure, so I definitely would have to go into ancestry.com and find out that matter.
Yeah, or maybe you're related online.
Online, yes.
Right. So the number to get in studio this afternoon, listeners, those of you listening to us, local, regional, and international, djmamuradio.tt.com, 868-337-2287. 868-337-2287. International listeners, 1-868-337-2287. 1-868-337-2287. For international listeners, you can use the WhatsApp number to call in your question or questions with respect to your health. Or perhaps you're calling on behalf of someone else who unfortunately may not be able to be close to a phone to call in their sickness, illness, or whatever it may be. Perhaps you heard something about diabetes and you're not sure and you want to get it from the horse's mouth, as they say. Right? Well, this ain't no horse's mouth. This is the doctor's mouth speaking to you here today. And he's going to tell you and give you the answers because he has 14.5 years experience in this type of business with ensuring that people's health are well taken care of. Not like a light switch to turn it on and off, but it takes a period of time. It's called time elapse for you to get better or reverse your situation. Doctor warned me about saying cure. So I'm going to say, continue to say reverse your situation and get it in the right way for you to have a good life, see your children grow up, your grandchildren, and those extended family live a good life. Support your health naturally on djmamuradiott.com. Just want to say hi to some people. These are the regulars. We have Carol Mirage. Thanks for your message, girl. Say hi to the doctor. And this time we have usual Mary Reshma Mirage out there in Florida. Hi to you and the family. The daughter Hema for listening right now, and to Sally Khan joining DJMamuRadioTT.com from the former frequency. She now found out about the station. Some people are still, looking around to find DJ. Well, I'm here. Those people who love Facebook and love to go on WhatsApp and so on. You should know by now that internet radio is the way the world is changing, and we've got to move with the times. Sheila Prasad out there, a loyal listener in New Jersey. Thank you, Sheila. Always saying hello to the doctor. Molly Queenan, Sukram Street, Sangre Grande. Weather changing on that side this afternoon. Yeah, weather always changing up there. Sometimes they send it down here for a sexy. Yeah, they usually do that for us in Central. And I also have Bika Gaya Singh. Good afternoon to you, lady. Thanks for your interest in the station and listening to Dr. Jason Batson. Say hi to the handsome guy there, and that's Mr. Bustamante. And Mr. Bustamante, I see you picking up one.
Yeah, man, Mr. Bustamante.
Yes, Mr. Bustamante busting them up this afternoon. Dan Raj, good afternoon, DJ. Happy Diwali to you, and say Happy Diwali to the doctor and his guy there.
Happy Diwali to
Yeah,
you
well,
as well.
Diwali is Sunday.
Diwali? Yes, sir.
Diwali is on Sunday. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Actually, Diwali begins tomorrow. It's 5 days of Diwali. Yeah. Each day is a particular event. Yeah.
Okay.
So it begins tomorrow. Saturday and Sunday is the real Diwali.
Okay.
It continues for 5 days.
Right.
Ram Logan, good afternoon. Hello to the doctor. Just a minute, let me see. I have Azam in Florida, Mr. DJ. Yes, the guy was speaking about prostate last week. I didn't get the beginning what he spoke about. Could you just remind him to touch a little bit on prostate? This is a guy who's 65. I remember I told him 65 resigned. Yes. And I told him about the prostate issue.
Right.
He said he's going to listen.
Good.
And, hear what the doctor has to say about issues with respect to prostate. And I told him the more regular he had intimacy is going to help him and the prostate gland itself to be at ease from no stress and no duress.
Right.
So there you go, doctor.
Yes.
So what you?
Definitely. So, of course, a pleasant good afternoon to everyone. Again, keep in mind, let me say thank you for those of you who attended our symposium. Yes. That was on Saturday, the 28th of October. Really well attended. Some great results. That indeed is something that we're looking at doing more often. So you guys could always look out for that. As regards to prostate health, we were actually discussing prostate a little earlier today. And one of the things that you have to understand is the condition of the prostate in relation to bowel movements. In the sense that if you're not having sufficient bowel movement, it can affect your prostate because you're going to have backed up fecal matter in the body. And that is what we call auto-intoxication. Auto is self-intoxication is poison. So it means to say that you can actually be poisoning yourself on a daily basis and think you're doing well. And that's what actually happens to a number of persons, and why a lot of persons, they might be dealing with an issue, but they're not getting results regarding the issue. Correct. Okay. One of the things as well too, when you're looking at high prostate problem, you need to have your PSA done. Now, your PSA is this prostatic specific antigen. That is a blood test specifically for prostate. So once you check that, now the thing is, PSAs are not the most conclusive. So if I'm dealing with someone, I'm going to send you for ultrasound, because I personally think that is the best ultrasound CT. We could work with those because they have 3-dimensional and whatnot. So that's something that you could pay very close attention to, and get the prostate formula. Prostate formula is a product we carry at Batson and Associates. It's basically a tonic for men. It will help the body in terms of like energy, male function, that type of thing. So that's something you could also check out as well. Those telephone numbers, again, we are located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That's Money Talks building in Montreux, Chaguanas.
The number is 222-8261. I repeat for Chaguanas, it's 222-8261. The DB number is 223-7515. 223-7515. The St. James number is 220-8113. That is 220-8113. And the Tobago number is 226-4553. I repeat, the Tobago number is 226-4553.
Okay, very good. So keep in mind Tobago, those of you who are in Tobago, we're actually in Tobago next week and weeks after. No, we're in Tobago all the time, but next week we'll actually have the consultant up there, and the week after you'll have yours truly, Dr. Batson, who's going to be doing all those reviews for you. We know Tobago has been waiting a while for us. No fault of our own. We had a number of things to deal with, air bridge, this, that. It is sometimes. But of course, we are pushing forward for whatever. And of course, we would be in that office, as I said, this week coming here and next week. We have Miss Karishma Ramdan, who's going to be actually there, I believe, from the 14th, either the 13th or the 14th to the 17th.
Yes.
And then, of course, Dr. Batson is going to be there from the 20th to the 24th, I believe, or which is the Friday. I think Ms. Ramdan is there from the 14th to the 18th, I think. Miss Jenna actually had sent it for me. I'm going to get it. So what it means is that you have to now make those necessary appointments, get that information, and come and see us. Very, very important. Keep in mind that live blood analysis, that magnetic resonance analysis scan, where you would actually now be able to determine what exactly is going on with your body. Very, very important. So you're actually able to see if you are hydrated properly. You're actually able to see the oxygen. Do you have sufficient amounts of oxygen in the body? Or no, is it that you just have an issue where the body doesn't function the way that it's supposed to with those things? So that's something that you need to pay very, very close attention to. And the blood analysis is going to tell you that you might want to find out how much circulation you have to your brain. There are a lot of persons who have serious issues with poor brain circulation, so that problem with brain fog. They're always very tired, problems with dizziness, blurred vision. That is something that we deal with as well. You could actually check out our optimizer. That product we'll be getting that back in stock. That's actually a very, very good product. I mean, all of our products are, in fact, but some of them I like a little more than others. I love Nerve Restore. I always tell people Nerve Restore. Where's your favorite product, Mr. Bustamante?
Personally speaking, my favorite product is a product that we brought in known as the cerebral formula.
Okay, good.
The cerebral formula actually helps with circulation towards the brain. It improves concentration.
Yes.
So all y'all who listening who like to do your little studies and things, definitely invest in getting a bottle of that cerebral formula. That cerebral formula will go a long way with actually improving brain health, improving neuroplasticity, the neurotransmitters, all these sort of things. So you definitely want to look at that. That is one of my favorite products. As well as
and my favorite is Invictus.
Very good, very good. Yeah,
very good.
Very good.
It's good for the brain.
It's good for the brain, yeah. Definitely. Keep in mind too as well, Santulan, our 7-channel detox. That tea cleans and detoxifies kidney, colon, bloodstream, liver, lymphatic system, skin, and your lungs. So you know what that means? It means that tea is a very good tea as it relates to cleansing, as it relates to improving blood circulation.
Correct.
It's also very good for improving gastrointestinal health. We have so many persons who have serious issues associated with their gastrointestinal health. Things like acid reflux, bloating, gas, belching, flatulence. Those are early, but you don't want to leave it for it to get really bad to the point where it changes into something that could actually end up in cancer. That's very, very important.
We're getting a question here from Miss
Yes,
Good evening, Dr. Batson and Associates. I have done a uterine artery embolization 12 days ago for fibroids. Do you have a suggestion to help the shrinking process and degeneration so I can resume working as a professional massage therapist? Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. The thing is uterine artery embolization. I'm going to have to check to see what exactly they use for that procedure. But definitely anything that assists as it relates to weight loss, anything assists to improving blood circulation, anything that assists in reducing inflammatory response. And those are things we can actually do a protocol for you to guide you along during this time, especially so that you'll be able to make the better choices or the best choices as regards to those things, because you don't want to go and do something and then you can't turn it back, right? You can't turn back the hands of time. All right, admin, Ms. Anne-Marie Mars. So we look forward to that. You could always call or visit us or send us a WhatsApp, and we will go from there. You're listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates, where we support your health naturally. I am joined by one of our senior blood microscopists and consultant, Mr. Rene Bastamante.
Yes.
And Mr. Bastamante is one who, very thorough. You work in primarily Shogunas and St. James.
Yes.
Okay, good. So, tell me too as well, as it relates to the problem with the prostate.
Right.
Just quickly, what do you usually see in a blood sample that indicate that there might be a concern
Yes.
with the prostate?
So generally speaking, when we look at the live and dry blood analysis, they will show various different anomalies.
Right.
And that is basically health factors that we want to take into consideration.
Good.
So one of the things we look at is a lot of lipoproteins, especially in the plasma. Usually clients who eat a lot of meat, have a lot of meat consumption, would have higher inflammatory bowel situations regarding to the prostate.
Right.
So that is something we definitely want to work on. We also will see the red blood cells, they may not always look nice and full and red and concave.
True.
They will actually look a bit different. That's what we call poikilothermic.
Right.
Which actually has like little spike dots at the end of them, showing that the body and the environment in the blood is quite toxic.
Right.
So all these are little different various factors we definitely have to take into consideration with going forward with treating issues with regard to inflammation in the prostate.
Very good, very good. And that brings me back to one of the things I was discussing as it relates to the colon in proximity to the prostate. Your colon is basically behind the prostate.
Mhm.
Prostate is anterior to the front.
All right.
So it means now with prostate health,
Yes.
we're gonna have to work out something as regards to what we have, because that actually helps in that whole situation. So okay, I thought we had a question there. That's something again that you need to pay very close attention to. Keep in mind, we are live on our social media platforms. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. And on TikTok, we are Batson and Associates. You're listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates. I'm joined by Mr. Rene Bastamante, one of our senior blood microscopists and consultants. So remember that product that we're having this month, which is the prostate formula. Was the discount on it?
Yes, they get $25 off of it.
Right.
Everyone, please take full advantage of that product while it's on discount and while we are promoting. It's a very important product. You guys, you men, definitely come out, take care of your prostate. It definitely helps a lot with the urine flow.
Yes.
Urine flow.
Okay,
Yes.
little question here while you're speaking about the prostate itself.
Yes.
Now, is this product from Dr. Jason Batson a product that one should take, and not only if you have prostate issues, or should you take it because you believe that it's a product that could maintain and sustain the prostate from further damages or any damages whatsoever? Is it something that you should be taking all the time, or you only take it when you have an issue with the prostate?
Excuse me. Very good question. You actually take it. Either way, you could take it as a proactive means and as a reactive means. With a reactive mean, of course, it means your protocol is going to be higher, your dosage is going to be a higher dosage.
Correct.
Whereas in the proactive aspect, what you have is a maintenance dose, which is a lower dose. So I always tell persons, a ounce of prevention better than a pound of cure. One, it is within your ability. Then start using those things. Don't wait until you go to the doctor and then you have stoppage of water and they have to put a catheter in you and they tell you have prostate cancer, because that's exactly what's going to happen. So don't wait for that to happen. Take the bull by the horn, as they say, and start to be proactive in what you do. Be proactive in what you eat. Correct. Be proactive in what you do as regards to exercise. I mean, when it is you come home and you with your family and you want to sleep, especially with all this rain falling, you don't really feel really energized. But you have to now give yourself that impetus to really get yourself out there and do what it is you need to do, because sitting down is not going to do anything. I mean, I believe in exercise. Exercise protocols have proven time and time again to work, especially in the realm of cardiovascular, kidney, diabetic clinics. So, you know, that is what we do at Batson Associates, and we welcome anyone who wants to get better. That's why I always tell you I'm not in the politics of medicine, because I really do. I find some people just talk too much, and I don't have look how much talk I have to talk. So it means when we come down to brass tack, we go in for results. Yes, DJ Mam.
Mr. Wayne Ram asked a question. Does hernia affect reproductive glands?
It depends on where the hernia is. If it is the hernia is very close to the abdomen area, like between that pelvic bone there, it can become problematic. If it is, it has been there for a while and it's just behaving. So that's what we're gonna have to find out. Location, and then we will let you know what you're doing as regards to the problems.
Go ahead.
Okay. So Mr. Bastamante, as regards to, you know, why would you encourage someone, let's say someone never came to Bastan Associates, how would you or why would you encourage them to come and do the blood analysis and the magnetic resonance?
All right. So generally speaking, the magnetic resonance analysis is a very, very good indicating tool to show you the frequency at which your organs are resonating at. So it will show us things like the circulation to your brain, the circulation to various organs in your body, like your kidney, your liver, and whatnot. It will show us how your body is actually removing waste from a frequency-based perspective. And afterwards, we do the live and the dry blood analysis, which will give us a clear-cut indicator at the environment at which your blood is at right now. So we'll be able to look at your red blood cells, your immunity, if you have issues regarding liver and kidney stress, high levels of inflammatory response within the body. Additionally, autoimmune problems usually resonate a lot, and we can actually determine from watching the live and dry blood analysis. So it's very, very important. Even if you are naturally a very healthy person and you want to actually know the entirety of your physical health, you should definitely do the MRI scan and the blood analysis, and we will help you to determine where we're going from there.
Definitely. Let me just answer Mrs. Jennifer Valentine quickly. She asked, how long could I leave Santulan in the fridge before using it? You can leave that for a long time. You know, once it's good and it hasn't spoiled. I personally left Santulan in my fridge for 8 months, and I used it. I find it work better. It was no problem. Yes, so once it is in the refrigerator, Miss Valentine, you don't have a problem. You can use it. What was that, DJ Mamu?
There is no lifespan for that.
No, there's no lifespan. There's a short span. There's a spanner.
Okay.
So,
right.
Keep in mind, we are live on our social media platforms. Check out our Facebook. You're going to see that product of the month, that prostate formula, and the special price is at. Those of you who you know, you may have one or two issues as regards to headaches. That's the next thing someone was focusing on. If you, especially with this little rain that falling, if you're having persistent headaches, you need to check yourself.
Correct.
Check your water intake. Hydration is everything. So a lot of times you're not drinking sufficient water. So as a result of that, you can't really get any type of way to gauge it because of how uncomfortable you are because of that whole dehydration situation, right? To the coffee drinkers, you know, I often tell you, try your best not to have too much coffee. If you do it once every month, I know for yours who drinking it every day, that's hard. But what you could always do, just lessen the amount. So whatever you're using now, if you're using a tablespoon, use half tablespoon for like 2 weeks. And so you do until you wean yourself off it, because it really doesn't do any justice, especially to persons who have problems with arthritis, especially rheumatoid arthritis. You have a question, DJ Mamu?
Yes, Mr. Tony here just asked a question with respect to the prostate.
Right.
Right. So men are gradually getting the idea about this prostate thing, because it is only when it hit home that they would understand, well, the reason why they should be checking on the prostate. I recently also spoke to a gentleman.
Right.
There's an association called the Mike Association.
Yes.
And I had to address that. While you're thinking about Tony's question,
right,
I had to address these guys. And I spoke to them. I said to them, listen, guys, you're almost 60, 65 now, right? how many of you all visited a doctor and inquired about your prostate? And, two of them said they don't need to do that. I was like, what?
Yeah, people just say that thing.
Yeah. You see, because the environment that some of these people grew up. There's a saying, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are.
Of course, definitely.
If you are growing up and you're 45, 50, 60, guys around those age should be talking to themselves about issues that other people are having,
right,
so that they would not have the same problem.
Correct.
And this is what seniority is all about.
But you know what they say, rank has its privileges.
But when it hit home now, then you will say, oh boy, two of these guys said they're going to come to the office and visit Dr. Batson. I don't know if they came or what.
Right.
But they could say how much they want, but if they decide to.
Correct.
Like you said, they need to get that feeling to go.
Exactly. As I always tell persons when coming to get illness, they say onset prevention is better than permanent cure. I live by that because it means the longer you leave things to fester, for want of a better expression, is the more issues you're going to have, because it means that is actually causing a number of other issues in the body. And that's why I spoke about auto-intoxication. Auto is self-intoxication is poison. There are a lot of persons, their body is poisoning itself. People who have rheumatoid arthritis, that is one of the problems that you have. Rheumatoid arthritis is parasite in your bones. So parasite via leaky gut left the intestines, burrowed up, went into the gastrointestinal system and causing this problem now. Where the person has a thyroid problem, usually pathology always gives you the answer to a number of things, which is why I love the blood analysis.
Correct.
Okay.
Special
Miss Cindy Hoyt.
to Miss Cindy White.
Yes.
She said, good afternoon, Dr. Batson and her newest friend, Mr. Bustamante. Happy and healthy Tuesday to everybody.
Great. Pleasant good afternoon to you, Miss Elizabeth Mary. Hope all is well with you. Miss Anne-Marie Ma says, thank you. I will definitely visit. Right, I remember that. Keep in mind, too, those telephone numbers and locations. We are located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That is Money Talks building in Montreal. Shoguana's that telephone number
is 222-8261. So the Shoguana's number is 222-8261. The DBA number is 223-7515. I repeat, 223-7515. The St. James number is 220-8113. That is 220-8113. And the Tobago branch is 226-4553. That is 226-4553.
Good. You are listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates. I'm joined with Mr. Rene Bustamante, our blood microscopist and consultant. Yes. Ms. Anne-Marie Julian asked the question, Doc, what can be used for sciatic pain? What's to do with sciatic pain? Nerve Restore is definitely a product that we have. There's also a product that we carry with Technological rather. That's optimized. We don't have any of that in stock right now. We would be getting like in about the next week and a half. So that's also something that you can check out as well. Okay. In addition to that, with the sciatic pain, some sort of physical manipulation. So I would strongly suggest you can call us and we'll give you the necessary information as to where to go, who to check, and let's start to work on that situation for you. Miss Cindy Hoyt says, honey babe, my dear, what all you? Well, you're late for school. Yes. So Cindy Hoyt is saying, good afternoon, Dr. Batson and my newest friend, Mr. Bustamante. Happy and healthy Tuesday, everyone. Thank you so very much. Some great clients from us in the US. They're speaking to us. Keep in mind, we are live on our social media platforms. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook, on Instagram. We are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad, and on TikTok, we are Batson and Associates. Let me just give them those telephone numbers again. For the Shoguana's office, that number is 222. That's 222-8261. That's 222-8261.
The DBA number is 223-7515. That is 223-7515. The St. James number is 220-8113. That is 220-8113. And the Tobago branch number is 226-4553. That is 226-4553.
Very good. D- Over to DJ Mamu. Sir, you have any questions? You want to share that WhatsApp again with him?
Yeah, the number to call here, those of you who'd like to call in, you don't need to give us your name. You could just perhaps say where you're calling from, north, south, west, or maybe Port Spain, San Grande. Just call the area you're calling us from and state your question to Dr. Jason Batson, and he'll respond accordingly. Now, if you're calling on behalf of someone else, you don't need to also call the person's name. You could say you're calling on behalf of XYZ, who is your very good friend. He or she is camera shy, even though we're on the radio, but at the same time, you have the live view on that side.
Yes.
Now, I have a little question here from Mr. Ashok, and he's from Canada. He's Ashok Yankaran, one of those Yankaran family. That name sound familiar?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Yankaran family. These guys, there's a huge family actually, about 7 brothers and about 5 sisters, I believe.
Okay.
They're very talented and they
Yes,
sing a lot of music and stuff. Yeah, well, Ashok is a fan of DJ Mamu for over how many years now. And he says, "Hey, DJ, I'm approaching the age, as you mentioned, about the prostate and so on. And I never really took heed about it. But my wife was encouraging me to go and see about it. Well, what she means here is go and check it then.
Check it. Right.
That's how they speak. See about it.
See about it, yes.
Yeah, and now listening to the program, this is encouragement to go and get it checked. So we'll be coming for the Christmas season and pay Dr. Batson a visit.
Great.
I hope that the prostate lasts that long.
Yeah, man, it will last. What they should do is watch the water intake
one
time, and even the prostate formula, which we have as our product for the month, that's something you could also check out, as well as the prostate tea. Okay, Miss Jennifer Valentine says, could I continue my nerve restore optimizer after the antibiotic? Yes, you can, but make sure and get her probiotics, or I believe you're supposed to have digestive restore, digestive balance. You could use that with it as well. That's to ensure that that doesn't come back. Yeah, because as I was telling, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, just have Dolly B of United Kingdom. Dolly, hi to you. And they have a time difference right now, but they listen to the station and say hello to the doctor. He's doing a great job from the other radio stations, Mr. DJ. I follow him from time to time.
Thank you.
And also that there's a time change in the US, also with daylight saving
time. Yes, correct. So
we
actually
yesterday.
They are hour before us now.
Yeah, 1 hour.
No, hour ahead of us. Is it?
No, we are ahead of
We are ahead of us. Yeah. Why could daylight saving time? They gain an hour. They
got an extra hour daylight.
Yeah.
But our time wouldn't change.
Yeah. Correct.
And then Texas is also 2 hours behind, but the Florida and that part is like 1 hour behind. Yes, so it confuses people actually, because sometimes you train your body a particular time frame, and suddenly this thing occurs, and there's a big question about this.
What caused that? Yeah.
Very necessary. But anyway, that's not our story.
That's the understand the US has implemented that. Let me see a pleasant good afternoon, Miss Cindy Hoyt. She says, Mr. Baston, you go ahead.
Miss Cindy Hoyt, Mr. Baston, do you remember that big detailed report we looked at on the screen? Any chance I can get a PDF on that copy? Yes, you can. We will send you the PDF as soon as possible, directly to your email or to your phone.
Okay, make sure I know that, right?
Yes.
Miss Elizabeth Mary says, I like Love Locks color change, Dr. Batson. She said, and this is natural. I didn't interfere with it. This color is just how the color of my hair. Right? So thank you very much for that compliment. Ms. Cheryl Cooper says, good afternoon, Dr. Batson and Mr. Bastamante. Could intermittent fasting help with high blood pressure? Yes, it can. Intermittent fasting would help with anything: diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular problem. It is actually a very, very good tool for bringing about a lot of positive change in the body. Okay, Miss Jennifer Valentine says, thank you again, very informative and mucho appreciated. You're very welcome. Miss Elizabeth Mary says, whoa. She asked, well, yeah, this is my hair. I never colored or interfere with it. I try. You'll notice the beard stay the exact same thing. I didn't do anything with it. This is how it is.
That's original black and white.
Original black and white, yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Keep it that way. Don't interfere with it.
Yeah,
But it's-
definitely.
I have a gentleman here by the name of Franklin Siegel. Franklin Siegel, first time texter, Mr. Siegel. Good
Yeah.
afternoon and welcome to DJMamuRadioTT.com. His friend told him about this program
Mm.
and he decided to listen.
Okay.
And it's very interesting. And he would pay a visit to the South Branch because he's from the South area. Thank you, Mr. Franklin Siegel. And as a young man, whether you're young or matured or whatever, go get a general blood scan, as we say, blood scan, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Blood
live
analysis, sorry.
the blood analysis and
Blood
the
analysis.
scan. Correct.
Yeah. Get a scan and a blood analysis and start from scratch, as we say.
Correct.
You see? Someone here says, Usha Subrim, no, popped in and says, hi, DJ, listening to you, boy. Okay, I found you. Okay, I'm glad you found me. Yeah. Yeah, people are still searching for me, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have to spread the word because I mean this is a really, really good thing. I remember you from the days of the original 106.
Yeah, the original
The
106.
original 106, you know, there's what
And then I went up a little more, a little 0.5.
yeah, a point. Yeah, I can understand.
Yeah. And we went up another point again.
Yes.
Internet radio. So you see,
Internet. Correct.
from one time to another time.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
This is the modern times.
Yes.
So thank you, lady, for joining me and finding me here. And yes, so that's it there for messages.
Okay.
Franklin said, yes, I'll be going to the South
The
Branch.
South office. Okay, good. No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that number for DB, that DB number is 2237515. That's 22.
He knows. He knows
He knows where it is? Excellent.
He normally passes there.
Oh,
right?
he passed there. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Good.
All right.
So,
Miss-
I'm there. How you doing, pal? Yes. Yeah, I'm right here. I'm right here on DJMamuRadioTT.com. Yes, you found me here. You're going to stay here now because you like the old tune. Yeah. Yeah, boy, them fellas like the old thing, boy.
Yeah, the old tunes are never the best tunes. Let me start. Very good tune. Let me start. Pleasant good afternoon, Miss Susie Sampson. She says, hi, good day. Can someone with mitral regurgitation have ginger or turmeric? You want to give me more information about it? Because you have different aspects. I mean, mitral regurgitation is a cardiovascular situation where there are a number of, how to put it, boy, there are a number of issues that individual could have. So I would suggest you'd be very, very careful as regards to what you use. So ginger and turmeric, if you're using, I would have to, in order for me to give you proper advice, I need to get more information. I need to see a report. I need to see that entire aspect. You would have done an echocardiogram, whatever the case may be, and that is going to have any problems.
Yes, sorry. Rosemary.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, so the thing is, just 1 second, DJ Mamu, because remember, turmeric and ginger does have properties associated with bleeding in terms of anticoagulants. So you need to be very careful with that. So definitely, I would suggest you, if you're in Trinidad, you get a consultation and bring all your reports so that we'll be able to have a full comprehensive look of those. We would look at our blood analysis, look at our scan, and we would make the necessary arrangements for you or the necessary recommendations, Miss Sampson. Okay, that requires some more information. I can't just answer off the top of my head. All right, so again, those telephone numbers and locations. We are located on the first floor of Money Talks building. DJ Mamu, sir, you're ready for me? Yes, my apologies.
Yeah, from Rosemary, she's a security officer at the Mount Hope. That's what the Williams Medical
Sciences Complex. Nice.
She's 44 years old. Okay, you know how to give all that information.
You know.
44 years. And one of her friends told her about this program. And this thing now, she has an issue. Could you relate it to the doctor? That when she goes home and removes her socks, there's an itch on the big toe. And she uses other creams and it's not getting
it's
any
not
better.
good. The thing is, when you usually have what I would say as fungus, the possibility exists that is some sort of fungal infection. When you have fungal infection, especially by your nails, fingernails and toenails, that's usually an indication of a systemic situation internally. And that's one of the reasons why we have Santulan. Santulan is a 7-channel detox. Your skin is usually a manifestation of your liver, your gastrointestinal system, and your kidney.
Correct.
So if you have people who have things like psoriasis, atopic dermatitis, lichen planus, eczema, all those inflammatory skin conditions, is because of high levels of inflammation and the other organ systems not being able to function as they should. So in this particular case, if you have a rash of some sorts for an extended period of time, that problem is an internal problem. I would suggest you get the silver with mineral formula. You increase your water intake correctly, so you should drink at least your body weight divided by 2 in ounces. And you could also use our wheatgrass with the grass and the roots, as well as santulan later down. Because it means, and you also need to check your hydration. How much water are you drinking? I'm sure this person does not drink sufficient amounts of water. You have to watch your water intake. Very, very important.
Yes, he says water. She doesn't get a chance to drink water.
Yeah, I know something coming on the road with something. You have to remember, hydration is everything. I know your job is security, so but you have to try and find some way to facilitate it. If you when you go home in the afternoon, you kind of play catch up, but don't overdo it. But you need to spread it out because you have to work. Yes, we respect that and honor that you have a profession, but at the same time, you need your health. If God forbid something happens to you, there is you're going to be in some issues.
Right.
Okay. Again, those of you who are listening to DJMamuRadioTT.com, let me say, am I saying it correct? It's Shub Diwali. Do I give that greeting now?
Diwali.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. So Shub Diwali from the management and staff at Batson and Associates to all of our Hindu brothers and sisters who are celebrating Diwali, and even everyone else, because I was actually passing, because we in Barataria, and I'm passing next to by St. George's College grounds there, and I've seen them putting up a really nice stage and whatnot there, looking really good.
Yes.
So I'm no delight, and I that's one of the reasons why I like Diwali. I find the organization to me is amazing. Amazing. And in terms of how everything is scheduled and everything is prepared, especially Diwali Nagar, because I know to do that. This year we weren't in Nagar,
Yes.
unfortunately, but next year, God's willing, Batson and Associates is definitely going to be returning there. I did go 1 or 2 nights, and of course it was packed to capacity, but I am always amazed at, despite the amount of people and the crowd, it is always well organized in terms of getting the deadlines, and then everything goes up and it comes down very quickly. It comes down, I think, faster than it went up. So again, Shub Diwali to the Hindu community, and you all be safe, and have a great Diwali, guys.
Besides the Diwali itself, Monday is a public holiday. Are you open for business on Monday?
Oh, Monday? No, we will not be opening on Monday, please God.
Good question. Good
Yes,
question.
good question. So Monday we're gonna the Batson Associates is gonna take a rest. They deserve a well-deserved rest. Yeah? So they do work well. And we always helping so many persons with their health situation. I mean, when we look at the spectrum of persons that we have helped, clients come to us in one, sometimes dire straits, and then in 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks after they singing praises, they're feeling so well, they're sleeping, they're actually having better bowel movement, the circulation has improved. Our eye optics formula as well, very good product. That eye optics formula continues to do really good together with things, like cataract, glaucoma, detached retina. If you have problems just with blurry vision, it is a very good eye drop to use as a precautionary measure, especially if you're a diabetic. And the thing is, if you're a diabetic and you're not having any problems with your eyes per se, and you have eye optics formula, you just use 1 drop in the morning, 1 drop in the night, and put your eye drop in the fridge. The eye drop is going to last you an extended period of time. That could last you 3-4 months. But the thing is, what you would have done is stack the odds in your favor and take something to actually assist in maintaining proper eye health despite being a diabetic. And that is what is very, very important. Very, very important. Miss Josie Smith, she says, good evening, Dr. Bastamante. Good evening, Dr. Batson and Mr. Bastamante. Miss Elizabeth Mary, of course, good afternoon to you. Miss Wendy on our Instagram says, same here. I try to spread this information to my friends in Trinidad, especially. So, we always appreciative of those of you who come on the live. Remember, like us, share us, tag 5 friends, because, this is some information that we need to help persons. I started speaking about hypertension today because of so many persons who have problems with renal failure. I am saying this again, you have high blood pressure, get a blood pressure monitor and test your blood pressure on a daily basis around the same time and keep a journal. The reason being, you have to ensure that your blood pressure is reading well, because a lot of persons, DJ Mamu, end up with kidney problems because they had high blood pressure for years and didn't know.
Yes.
So that's a very important thing to pay close attention to. We have a call?
I was just going to tell you that even though Monday is a holiday,
right,
you as a doctor, you must ensure that your employees are well compensated.
Oh, of course, definitely. They're going to be compensated, man. They're definitely going to be compensated.
I thought Bustamante would have been smiling, but he got serious.
Bustamante must have enough. But and again, that those health symposiums that we're gonna have, that's gonna be a regular fixture that we're gonna have to do. Excuse me, some community work next year. Please God, in terms of the not health centers rather, but the community centers, because I know so many persons in especially in the rural areas, like I know Miaru, I know Toko. Yeah. We're gonna doing some things there as well, because everyone needs help, and I mean, Batson and Associates have never been told that we give bad advice. We have helped so many persons. I mean, I was speaking to someone recently as regards to the results that our clients get from us, and the results is always great results. They always actually see a number of improvements overall with their bodies. Okay, so
for you, right?
Yes, sir.
Seeing that you want to reach out and touch someone's hand.
Yes, sir.
You see those rural areas?
Yes, sir.
If you were to mic it means you have the recording played on a mic.
Yes, sir.
You go out in the area and you inform them that Dr. Batson will be at so-and-so community center between the hours of whatever it may be.
Right.
Come and get a free checkup, blah, 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 whatever it is.
Right.
Now, from that free checkup, you would know these people will be coming to your office.
Of course, definitely.
To further, you understand?
To further improve themselves, definitely.
Yeah. So that's a simple way of obtaining clients.
Exactly.
Not only obtaining the client, but helping people.
Helping people. Correct.
Immobile.
Correct. Yes, I totally agree.
For some reason or the other, when you go out, they eventually find themselves out.
Of course, they're going to find themselves. I totally agree with that.
That's for them.
Yes, I totally agree. Let me just answer this question quickly before we finish up. I know it is now 3:13 p.m. Miss Carol is asking a question. I do 3 readings of my blood pressure. Usually the third one is the best reading. The first is always the highest. My average blood pressure is good. Excellent. I totally agree. Because that's why I told persons, when you're testing the pressure, make sure and record it. Keep a journal and have the time. Because when you test blood pressure, as you rightfully said, when you test, you do 3 readings. You're not going to get the same. Your blood pressure never reads the same during the day. Very rare do we get the same reading. It's always going to be slightly opposite. Usually in the morning, early in the morning, it's a bit higher for some persons. Some persons is a bit lower, and then in the afternoon it goes a bit higher. And some persons is a bit higher, and in the afternoon it goes a bit lower. But all in all, you're actually able to say that you have a good average, and that is what is important. So you have been listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates. I was joined today by Mr. Rene Bustamante, one of our senior blood microscopists and consultants. And of course, it's always a pleasure to be in your company, the listeners of DJ Mamu Radio TT.com. Remember those office locations. We're located on the first floor of Money Talks Building. That's Money Talks Building in Montrose, Chagonas. That telephone number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe is the corner of Ramsey Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. That telephone number for Debe is 223-7515.
The St. James number, that is the Red Edge Mall in St. James. That is 220-8113. I repeat, that is 220-8113. The Tobago, that is the Triangle Building in Tobago, that is 226-4553, 226-4553.
Great. Keep in mind again, our social media. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. And on TikTok, we are Batson and Associates. So follow us, share us, tag us, tag 5 friends rather. And, spread the word. A lot of content there. Keep in mind our product of the month, prostate formula. So men, get something that can actually help you urinate better, help maintain great prostate health. And that is, of course, available at Batson and Associates for a special discount this month. As we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive,
Try sickness.
if you think education is expensive,
Try ignorance.
DJ Mamu, sir, always a pleasure to be in your company. To the listeners of DJ Mamu Radio TT.com. Be safe again, Shub Diwali, and until next week, God bless. Take care.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bustamante and Dr. Jason Batson.
Yes.
And wherever you traverse for the weekend, I know you're going to collect your little prasad and so on.
Yes, definitely.
Like I always say, don't overdo, you can always do over.
Exactly. So, and I love Parasad.
I know that.
Yes. Yeah. I thank God I get it once for the year.
He was the commissioner of Parasad one time.
Definitely.
Thank you guys. Have fun. Okay.
Yes, great.
Right.
Take care, guys.
You'll be listening to Support Your Health Naturally every Thursday around this time of afternoon on DJ Mamu Radio TT.com.
Yes, guys. So, social media. Remember our live blood analysis, our dry blood analysis. A lot of you asking questions. Keep in mind, let me tell you something. That blood analysis and magnetic resonance, that entire package that we do, one is a discounted package, and I left the discount like that for years. We never changed it, right? And the reason for that is that I wanted always to give people the opportunity to really know what is going on with them. So, we have a lot of persons asking questions. Someone told us that she had a friend with lupus who died. Yeah, Gil, I'm so sad to hear that. I continue to plead almost with lupus people and persons who have lupus. I find it is one of the dreadest, and and the thing is, they don't really target the root cause of the problem. I mean, what they're going to give you? Steroids? You can only use steroids for so long, right? But take advantage of that blood analysis, take advantage of that package. If you could do it before the year is out, and then at the beginning of the year you could start, because some people say they ain't thinking because Christmas, you like Christmas, but then don't go and overdo and your blood pressure going sky high, and it's because you have to go and lie down in the hospital, because that is exactly what is going to happen to you. Christmas and Carnival is the times the hospital watchman is wanted to be trolley out today, because that is the time that people go and do foolishness and get in problems and they have to end up in the hospital. Don't do yourself that. Santulan is a very good product. Trini Brit US, she said, okay, yeah, you had visited Tobago and you got the Santulan. So the Santulan is a very, very good product. You can actually get your pack of Santulan, and during the season, you can use your Santulan as a maintenance dose so that you don't have too much issues going on. Okay, but again, feel free to give us a call or visit. That number again for Shagonas is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. And of course, our WhatsApp for Shagonas is 314-9975. 314-9975. Keep in mind, we always have walk-in clinic days, so you do not necessarily have to have an appointment. If you want to do the blood and the scan, you just make sure and fast for 2 hours. Okay, guys, so take care. God bless, and till Sunday, please God.
Yes,
Yeah.